iPadOS 26 public beta. Major redesign, Mac-style multitasking, and pro features. Imagine having the power of a Mac in the palm of your hand. That's what iPadOS 26 promises to deliver. With its latest public beta release, Apple is revolutionizing the way we interact with our iPads, bringing a plethora of productivity features that will make you wonder how you ever managed without them. But here's the thing. This update is not just about adding new features. It's about transforming the entire iPad experience. The new design language, which Apple is introducing across all its operating systems, is a game changer. With its rounded elements, liquid glass effects, and translucent backgrounds, the iPad has never looked more stunning. However, it's not all smooth sailing. The new design is still a work in progress, and some elements can be overwhelming. As Apple continues to tweak and refine the design, it's essential to remember that this is just the beginning. One of the most significant updates in iPadOS 26 is the introduction of a new windowing system inspired by the Mac. Gone are the days of limited multitasking. With this update, you can have multiple windows open at the same time, resize them, and even overlap them. It's a feature that will make Mac users feel right at home. But what about those who prefer the simplicity of the original iPad experience? Don't worry. The new windowing system is optional, and you can easily switch between single window and multi-window modes. And this is the part most people miss. The new windowing system is not just about productivity. It's also about flexibility. With the ability to use the iPad in both portrait and landscape modes, you can work the way you want, whenever you want. The introduction of the menu bar is another significant update, allowing apps to offer a range of menu items that were previously only available on the Mac. It's a feature that will make it easier to access frequently used functions and will be a boon for power users. But here's where it gets controversial. Some users may feel that the iPad is becoming too much like a Mac. Is that a good thing? Should the iPad be trying to emulate its bigger sibling? Or should it be forging its own path? The answer, of course, depends on your perspective. As someone who's used both Macs and iPads extensively, I can see the benefits of both approaches. The iPad's unique strength lie in its portability, touch interface, and simplicity, while the Mac excels at productivity and power user features. Perhaps the key is to find a balance between the two, allowing the iPad to maintain its unique identity while still offering the features and functionality that users need. Another area where iPadOS 26 shines is in its support for professional productivity tasks. The new background recording feature, for example, allows you to record audio or video locally while participating in a call, making it a game changer for podcasters and video creators. The updated Files app, with its customizable columns and ability to open files in specific apps, is also a significant improvement. And let's not forget the new Preview app, which brings a range of markup features and PDF viewing capabilities to the iPad. But what about the potential drawbacks? Some users may find the new design overwhelming or struggle to adapt to the new windowing system. Others may feel that the iPad is losing its unique identity in the process of becoming more Mac-like. These are valid concerns, and it's essential to consider them as we move forward. As we explore the new features and updates in iPadOS 26, it's clear that Apple is taking a big swing at the platform. The question is, will it pay off? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain. The iPad has never been more powerful, more flexible, or more exciting. So what do you think? Are you excited about the new features in iPadOS 26, or do you have concerns about the direction Apple's taking the platform? Let us know in the comments. And if you appreciate articles like this one, consider supporting us by becoming a $6 subscriber. Subscribers get access to exclusive content, including an exclusive podcast, members-only stories, and the special community. iOS 26 public beta, Apple's biggest iPhone redesign since iOS 7. Liquid glass UI hands-on. Apple shakes up the iPhone again. iOS 26 preview unveiled with a bold new look, but not without controversy. Apple has just dropped a bombshell for iPhone users, unveiling the public beta of iOS 26, its most transformative interface redesign since the dramatic shift to iOS 7 over a decade ago. If you thought you had your iPhone figured out, get ready to rethink everything. You might either love the changes or wonder if Apple is going too far. But here's where it gets controversial. Some highly anticipated features are missing and opinions are already split. On June 9th, 2025, during its glitzy Worldwide Developers Conference, WWDC at Apple Park in Cupertino, Apple introduced a revolutionary visual style for all its major platforms, aptly named Liquid Glass. For the first time in years, seasoned and new iPhone users alike are being invited to experience how their device could feel completely fresh this fall, once Apple rolls out the update to everyone. Curious to try it before your friends? Anyone with a recent iPhone can join the public preview. Just sign up on Apple's official beta website. After registering, simply go to your device settings, tap General, then Software Updates, and select Beta Updates to download iOS 26. So what's really new? The Liquid Glass design swaps out the old familiar buttons and menus for semi-transparent, glossy visuals that shimmer and animate as you swipe and tap through apps. The effect is meant to evoke the appearance of flowing glass. Think of melted ice or liquid crystal. For those who are skeptical about such radical changes, Apple counts on user feedback during a beta testing to fine-tune these daring design shifts. And this is the part most people miss. This feedback loop is exactly how Apple aims to balance innovation with usability, though not everyone will agree on where that line should be drawn. But Apple isn't stopping with the iPhone. The company is bringing this new design language to iPad, Mac, and Apple Watch as well, creating a seamless and stylish experience across its entire ecosystem. This highly coordinated all-device refresh is something we rarely see in tech, and it's bound to spark passionate opinions. Is Apple setting a new gold standard for user interface design, or is it making things too flashy and less functional for everyday users? Beyond the splashy new graphics, iOS 26 packs practical upgrades too. The Phone app now smartly merges recent calls and voicemails into a single streamlined screen, making it easier to manage conversations. In addition, Apple is beefing up its defenses against unwanted communication, rolling out more advanced spam filters for calls and messages. A quiet but meaningful quality of life improvement. But now for the elephant in the room and the controversy everyone is talking about. Despite promising big leaps for Siri's artificial intelligence last year, Apple's next-gen voice assistant is still nowhere to be found in iOS 26. Major Siri updates are delayed, and users shouldn't expect to see them before 2026. This delay has ignited spirited debate. Is Apple falling behind in the AI race while rivals speed ahead? Or is the company taking the time to do it right? That doesn't mean iOS 26 is lacking in AI-powered upgrades. Among the clever new tricks, instant language translation in iMessage and FaceTime, plus a visual search that lets you highlight items in screenshots, say a designer lamp in a news article, to find out where to buy something similar. Don't forget, Apple rolls out a major software update every year, debuting it at WWDC in June. Developers get early access to tinker and optimize their apps. And over the summer, public beta versions are available for those who crave the newest features and don't mind a bug or two. Come fall, the update is pushed out, usually alongside new iPhone hardware, and your device will automatically get the latest iOS, completely transforming your day-to-day experience. So what do you think about Liquid Glass and Apple's risky new direction? Is this a stunning improvement or too much of a change from what you're used to? Is Apple getting ahead or falling behind with its Siri AI delays? We want to hear your opinions. Share your thoughts and disagreements in the comments below. Are you excited to try iOS 26? Or would you rather stick with what you know? Top 4 changes in iOS 26 public beta. What you need to know. Apple's iOS 26 public beta is making waves, introducing a quartet of significant alterations that are set to redefine your iPhone experience. As Apple polishes this major software update, they're inviting adventurous souls with an iPhone 11 or newer to test the waters. But beware, the beta software might not play nice with all your apps, and you could encounter unexpected issues like overheating or accelerated battery depletion. If you're risk-averse, fear not, we've been your guinea pigs, enduring the glitches so you don't have to. Here's a sneak peek at 4 pivotal changes that could either challenge or captivate you. 1. Liquid Glass, a new visual era. Prepare for a radical transformation as Liquid Glass takes center stage. This glossy, glass-like aesthetic permeates every corner of your device, from app icons to notifications and menu bars, infusing a level of transparency that's inescapable. While the initial shock may be jarring, rest assured it becomes more palatable over time. However, there are still instances where the excessive transparency can obscure controls and icons. Apple is actively refining the design, so if you find the changes problematic, Use the feedback app to voice your concerns. 2. The phone app's intelligence upgrade. For those who dread phone calls, iOS 26 offers a ray of hope. Say goodbye to the frustration of scam calls, as a new feature allows callers to state their purpose before your phone rings. Additionally, when on hold, the call fades into the background, only to ring again when a voice is detected. However, the software struggles to distinguish between human voices and automated messages, leading to multiple interruptions before a real person is on the line. 3. Apple Intelligence, a mixed bag of tricks. iOS 26 introduces a suite of Apple Intelligence tools, though their practicality is debatable. Live translated captions for FaceTime calls and real-time translation during phone calls are among the highlights, albeit with a delay for translations. The Visual Intelligence tool now offers a full-screen preview for screenshots, enabling you to ask ChatGPT about the image content, search Google for specific items, or receive suggestions from Apple Intelligence. However, the full-screen preview can be disabled in settings if it's not to your liking. Streamlined camera experience. The camera app receives a much-needed facelift with a cleaner interface and more intuitive design. Exotic recording modes are now hidden by default, and settings are clearly labeled, accessible via a menu button that actually looks like one. The app also alerts you when your lenses need cleaning. For content creators, the ability to use external microphones during recording and control the camera with AirPods while in your ears adds a new level of convenience. However, the AirPods remote feature requires them to be worn, not just held in your hands.